It's working. It's working, I think. It's working. Okay, cool. Hey guys, so I have just had a nightmare of technical difficulties. It is just a pain, but I guess that's technology for you. So today we're going to be doing some creative things because it's Creative Friday. Let us know you're here in the comments and we'll get going in just a moment. Cool. I hope you had a great week. Let me know how your week has been. I hope you're enjoying the sun as well. It's such a good day. I mean, actually, there are a couple of grey clouds around now, but I'm hoping that that doesn't mean much. Never mind. I mean, the last few days have been quite nice. Let me know if you've been enjoying the sun. Cool. So I'm going to get going. I've been going for almost a minute, so I'm going to stop waffling now. So we're going to be talking about prayer again a little bit later on, but first of all, I'm going to show you some really nice little friendship bracelets. So you've all been away from your friends for a little while, right? And it's pretty sad. I mean, I really miss my friends, but I've decided to start making a couple of friendship style bracelets, except using some cardboard. I mean, what is this? It looks just like there's a load of tassels and yeah, but that's kind of the finished product. I mean, I don't know if it's going to focus on it, but you can kind of see what it's meant to look like. Cool. So I'm going to show you how to start one of those. Oh, Gary's got his summer shirt on. Cool. So start off by getting a nice chunky bit of cardboard. A good cereal box would do the trick. I then used a bowl. I cut round the bowl, and then I got my mum to help me with it actually. Cheated a bit. And then I used a salt shaker to draw around the small circle, and then I cut both out. Cool. Then get some scissors. Cut north and south. You want to make the lines very deep. I mean, you might not be wanting to do this, but I'm going to show you anyway, just in case one day you're like, oh, I'm a bit bored now, so I'm going to make some stuff. And then east and west. Yeah, that's deep enough. And then you want to cut in between each of the little cuts you've made before. Da-da-da. Nice. So that should give you 8 lines. Yeah, you get what I mean. Cool. Then choose 8 colours. I've already started because I was like, if this goes really horrifically wrong, at least I've got part of it done already. So I just used my finger and made a little loop and then tied a knot. And I chose 7 colours. Now you've got 8 lines. You want 7 colours. You can order these sorts of embroidery threads. They're quite chunky embroidery threads online, so you don't even have to leave your house. And then get a cereal box and then draw what would look like a bobbin shaped thing in a bit of card, so it would be thinner in the middle and then got 2 chunky ends. It's really bright in here. I'm going to use a darker colour. You've got 2 thicker ends and then thin a bit in the middle, and then just literally wind your bobbin up. Cool. So next, you get your knot and stick it down the middle and hold on to it. And then one by one, carefully making sure they don't all fall off, kind of unravel one a little bit and play them back again. Oh yeah, maybe chop some little kind of slits in the cardboard. That helps, definitely helps. You get your thread in a lot of mess and keep doing that for the rest of them. Da-da-da. I'm going to go over there. Now my laptop is too high up, so I can just about see what's going on. Cool, so let us know you're here in the comments. Oh dear, I've lost one down the middle. I'm going to be making a bit of a friendship bracelet just for Creative Friday, just to give you a bit of inspiration. What you could do over the weekend if you're a bit bored now. Because what week are we in? What week is it now in lockdown? I have absolutely no idea. 7? 8? 30? I've just lost complete track of time now. It probably isn't great. Hold on. Oh no, it's fine. I was like, I've only got one hole left, but I don't. I've got 3. So I'm just a bit blind. Perhaps I should make a trip to Specsavers once I've done this. That might be a sensible option. Okay. Oh, go on. It can get a little bit fiddly, so you need to have a fair bit of patience. This will really test your patience, but it's great fun. Cool. So I also tend to do this over a table in case something like that happens, and it just kind of keeps unwinding. Oh, that's not going to stay in there. Hold on. You want to get in there. Cool. Okay, so now I've got everything just dangling. It feels like, you know, those mobile you get for children, and you're like lying in your cot and it's just dangling over. It feels a bit like that, but it's not. Okay, so hold on to your knot to give you a bit of tension and pull that underneath. Now you can either go clockwise or anti-clockwise. This is where it gets complicated. So you would find the hole, the spare one, count 3 either clockwise, third thread, and move that one, or count anti-clockwise from it. So 1, 2, 3, and move that one. Oh dear, it's locked. It's gone again. This could be a very long live stream because of I'm just going to be sat here constantly chasing after various different bits of thread. Cool. Very careful. Okay. It does look like an Australian hat with all the corks on it. Yeah, nice one, Gary. Cool. So I'm going to go clockwise because that's what I did for the one I'm going to show you later. So, because yes, I made one earlier. So I'm going to count 3 from the gap. So there's 1 thread, 2, 3. Pick that up and move it to the gap. Find the gap that you just made. Count on 3. Pick that up. Move it to the gap. 1, 2, 3. Pick it up. Oh, one of them is just done by themselves. Move it to the gap. Oh dear, they're all falling off. And there's the gap. 1, 2, 3. Pick it up. Move it to the gap. Now, it would be incredibly useful if I had a pen. I might have one. Oh, I've got a pencil. I'm just going to draw an arrow on. Oh, it's broken. Never mind. So it's also quite useful to make a little note of which direction you're going in, because otherwise you're going to put it down somewhere, pick it up again and be like, what? What direction am I going in again? And end up undoing it all rather than doing it all, or just end up like a massive knot. Okay, I'm just going to put that to one side and show you one that I made earlier. Here it is. Nice and long. So you essentially just keep going round and round and round and round and round until it's long enough to fit on your wrist or on your ankle. So I will probably wear this one as an anklet, or maybe I'll send it to a friend. Who knows? I'd recommend sending it to a friend. Cool. So it took about 2 hours to do this, but you can just sit there in front of the TV and just, or Netflix or YouTube or whatever, and just keep doing it because it's a fairly simple, mindless activity until you lose one of them. But I'm just going to quickly show you how to finish it off. So take your threads off very carefully. And then you can reuse the disc as many times as you want. You can just keep on buying thread or using the same thread until you've finished it all. Now, you are technically meant to tie it onto the body part, but because I want to put it on my ankle, I'm not about to whip my ankle out because that would be a bit weird. So just tie a knot. So I'm just going to quickly cut off a length, all of them. Oh, it would have helped if these scissors were sharper. There we are. So I'm just going to tie a knot, only a single knot, because when I tie it to my ankle, or if you were to tie it to your wrist, oh dear, hold on. It gets a bit faffy sometimes, right? Just talk amongst yourselves. Mind Hold on. Because all the threads are splitting apart. Ah! Okay. That'll do. That'll do for now. It will hold it all together. So I've made a very messy little knot there. And this side has a loop on it. So when I tie it to my body part, I will just kind of loop them through, and abracadabra, I have a bracelet or an anklet. Now, colours. You might be thinking, why on earth have I gone with these colours? So I have yellow, green, black, purple, red, white, and blue. Now, just in case you weren't already aware from the videos that you watched during the week, it's prayer month with Youth for Christ. We've called it Pray Through May. Oh, I've dropped it. Pray Through May. And praying doesn't just have to be one position with your hands like that and your eyes closed and your head bowed. You can pray in a number of creative ways. You can paint, draw, play music, make things like this, bake. You know, you can do pretty much anything and use it as like a prayer aid. So what I've done here is I've made sure these colours all represent something. So just for a bit of reference, I've based these colours off a kids song that I used to listen to called The Colours of Salvation by Jim Bailey, legend. And yeah, so these colours might mean something else to you than they do for me, but hey ho, we'll find out. So yellow is like the first day creation, and it's meant to be a symbol of a sunrise. So actually the beginning of a day, the beginning of time. Black is sin. That went from like really happy to really dark really fast. Black is meant to mean sin and fear. Red is blood. So blood is everywhere throughout the Bible. Back with Moses, when he led God's people out of Egypt, they painted lamb's blood on their door frames before they left to make sure that the angel of death passed over. But then more recently, with Jesus in the New Testament, it shows Jesus' blood on the cross as he was the, as I talked about the other week, the ultimate sacrifice. And then white, show that Jesus is actually pure, blameless, and sinless, and just perfect. Green is like new life and growth, and yeah. Blue could mean two things here. Baptism, like the water of baptism, or heaven. And purple, because the song that I listened to only has 6 colours, I was like, I need a 6th one. So I've gone with purple, and it symbolises royalty. So Jesus is also called the King of Kings, but he was also mocked before he was crucified by the Roman soldiers, and was given a bit of like purple cloth to kind of mock the fact that he said he was a royal, but they didn't really understand what he meant by a royal. Yeah, so that's what that symbolises. And what I can do when I pray, if I chose to, I could use them and pick out a colour and be like, thank you for, I don't know, green. Thank you for new life. And thank you that you are the King of Kings. And thank you. And I'm sorry that I've sinned. Please forgive me. I thank you that you sent Jesus to die for me. That sort of thing. And it kind of leads on from what Gary was saying yesterday, actually, with the teaspoon prayers, but it gives you a bit more of a visual aid to use with that as well. Cool. Another thing you could use. So I've done another little bracelet. This one's tiny and really thin. You can't really see it because it refuses to focus on it. But I've done like a little plait. It's better. I've done a little plait, and it's got 3 colours in it. It's got cornflower blue, subtle orange in green. Um, Now, I asked 3 of my team members this week, only today actually, what their favourite colours were. And it was I could put them in a bracelet and stick it on my wrist or my ankle again, which will probably be the most likely case. And it will remind me to pray for them. And this is a great thing for you guys to do actually. If you want to, you can choose some friends to pray for and pop it in a bracelet to remind you. So it could just be a colour that reminds you of them, or it could be their favourite colour so that you actually remember exactly who it is every time. I mean, if you're really good at plaiting and creating cool things like this, you could do more than 3 friends, but I'm not, so deal with it. Yeah, so it's just a really nice little visual reminder to pray for your friends, really. I thought that it was quite cool. It's quite small. I would probably recommend not using embroidery thread when you do that, but to use like a kind of yarn because it's just a bit thicker, which means it's going to be more visible and easier for you to see and less likely to get broken. But I mean, you want to use something that thin, that's fine. You know it's there. It doesn't have to be obvious in your face. I've got one on my right leg that is green, blue, and whitey grey. It doesn't really symbolise much, but I've had it since I went to Australia on a school trip, and I was like, oh, I really like that. And now that I don't go to school, and it means I don't have to do PE anymore, I can wear it every day. So I do just because I like wearing it. But actually, wearing something that has some kind of specific meaning is quite cool as well. So yeah, those are a couple of ideas for what you could do to help with like a visual aid of prayer, which I think is actually really useful because it's not. Sorry, I just saw my dad chuck something. You might have seen it in the window as well. Uh, anyway, you might find prayer like a really difficult thing to do, but actually, it doesn't apply for everyone. So actually, if you struggle to make something and pray while you're doing it or use it as a visual reminder, that's absolutely fine. It's not for everyone. But if you've never tried it before, give it a shot. You never know, it could be your thing. But yeah, some people actually really find visual reminders like this or like this really useful. I mean, they're quite different in themselves. I don't want to do that. I want to do, want to do that. They're quite different in themselves, and they have quite different meanings behind them as well. So this one I can like pray and thank God for specific things, whereas these ones are still kind of specific, but you'll be praying for people rather than thanking God for things you've done, things He's done, and for what He is and who He is, and asking for forgiveness and things like that, which I think is really quite cool. So, for the next few minutes, I'm gonna keep going with what is now a disaster of the brace that we just started. So, I mean, actually, you could probably do something like this one, for a friendship one, a bit like what I did here, because you can have 7 colours, which I think is really cool. So this could represent 7 of your friends. Just an idea. Oh, that almost went in my coffee. So I've got, you know how I always bring a drink to my live stream? Yeah, it's in the disaster zone. And I probably shouldn't put it there, but never mind. Cool. So let us know you're here in the comments. It would be great to just see how you're doing. But Gary, you're there. How are you? Talk to me, Gary. Talk to me. Which one's going to another next year? Alright, I need to tie that one up. So, I must admit, being back in Birmingham is a bit weird still. I'm still in touch with my host family, so as a gap year, I live with a host family, which is really quite cool. Oh, Gary's good. Good. I'm glad you're good. Oh dear. Which one was last? I reckon it was that one, so I'm going to move that one next. So I'm still in touch with my host family, but it's a bit weird not kind of working once I've kind of started my working career. I guess that kind of makes sense. I'm still working, but not in the same capacity as I was before, and it's just strange. But I guess it's strange for everyone. I mean, you might be struggling at the moment, but that's okay. Just know that it's okay to have a rough day. I have many. I'm sure I'm not the only one. But just in case you think, oh no, I have to be strong, I can't have a rough day, just know you can. It is 100% okay to do that. But also know that you can talk to someone. So here at Norwich Youth for Christ, we love to communicate with you guys. We love to pray for you guys. In fact, I mean, I've mentioned this before, but we meet every day. Well, Monday to Friday, at 1:30 to pray. Not necessarily just for you guys. And our work, sometimes we ask for prayer for personal things as well. So it's absolutely okay for you to ask us for prayer for something. I think I've already gone wrong, but it's all right. That one needs to move over here. So yeah, drop us a line on our social media, Norwich at Norwich YFC. Yeah, at Norwich YFC on Instagram. It's Norwich Youth for Christ on Facebook. I mean, I don't know how many of you have Facebook anymore. It's kind of it's weird, isn't it? It's kind of turned into the oldies platform. Like anyone over the age of people under the age of like 20 probably don't really have it and use it anymore. One or two do, but it's like it's not really the chosen platform anymore. It doesn't perform the desired functions of the younger generation. It's always interesting to see how the changes. Like Instagram and Snapchat were the bigger ones, and then TikTok came along, and now TikTok's the biggest one. And it's a bit mental, really, isn't it? If you think about it, it's just how quickly something can take the whole world by storm. But yeah, as Gary says in the comment, post us a prayer in the comments as well if you want to. Now you can do, because this live stream will stay up on YouTube for however long it's decided. You can post comments on there if you want prayer as well. Although if they're like really deep and personal, I'd recommend just sending us a direct message rather than like commenting. Mostly because you probably don't want the entire world knowing your business. But it's really up to you. So yeah, this is kind of the aim of Creative Friday, just make a little visual. Yeah, I've gone wrong at the beginning. Oh no! Oh well. You can kind of there we are. You can see the loop just up there. Strand that's just gone. And I don't know what's going on with it anymore, to be honest. Right. It was easier with this one. I could be like, right, it went blue, purple, red, white, green, black, yellow. And then it would repeat. And that was how the sequence worked, right? And I was able to just go round and move it all. And now it's different. And every time I stop, I get confused. Right. One count round. Now this is quite cool. It's got a name. It's called Kumihimo. Kumihimo? One of those. And it's, unless I talked about jewelry style making thing, and just because it's jewelry doesn't mean like just girls have to do it. Anyone can do this. Like I'm doing this one in greys and blues, and it will come to the same sort of effect. I just think it's quite cool. And grows really quickly. So as I said, I did this one in 2.5 hours, and it's about 9 inches long, which is really useful because it fits. So yeah, it's great. So you just keep going. Now make sure that you do it on the third one rather than do it on the fourth one, because that will throw the entire pattern off. And then the thing, the little move. And so it'll be 1, 2, 3, and it'll be that one that I move, and then that one will become the gap. So it's that one that I'll move. So a bit of banter right there. And then they get a bit difficult to take out. There we go. Okay, I might just have to undo this when I finish this live stream and redo it, because it doesn't look great. But oh, the ends come off. Now I was like, why do I just have a loose one in my lap? This doesn't happen. Why is this happening? But it's because I think it was the end of one like bunch of thread and the beginning of the next one, and I wasn't aware that that was a thing. So that's another thing to watch out for. Except if you were to do it and you used your own threads that you had done yourself, wound yourself, you would kind of know where the end and the beginning was. So, oh, that's the thing, thread, amounts of thread. So the amount that was on here when I started was 8 meters. Let's think of it. It's 8 meters, and I've still got a fair amount left. So yeah, and that was the standard sort of length in a pack that I think I got from the works. But yeah, standard length. And it does the trick. You can probably make a couple with that. It's great. So I'm just gonna keep going for a couple more minutes. I mean, if you do some of these, please feel free to show us them. I'd love to see your little designs. You can do so much with this. It's brilliant. Oh, and brownies. Do you remember the other week when I made brownies? They were really good, by the way. I thought I should probably let you know how that went. So I showed you the finished product on our Instagram feed, but I didn't actually say in the video how it was. But it was good. It was really good, and it lasted a good week. So it was just so much of it, but it didn't go stale very quickly because all the moisture in there. It was great. Oh, it was so good. Cool. So that, oh dear, I've undone it again. That is how you do that. And I mean, just in the time I've been sat here, it's grown that much. I mean, I might have to undo it because of that weird knobbly bit there. Oh, weird knobbly bit there. Who knows what went on there? I probably went the wrong way. And that is a danger of going the wrong way. Also, the tension looks absolutely awful. Anyway, that's a matter for me to figure out later on. So I'm going to let you guys get back out to the sun because it's a really nice day. At least it is here in Birmingham. I've got no idea what the weather's like in Norwich, apart from the fact that Gary was like, got my summer shirt on. So I'm guessing that it's a decent day. So I'm going to let you guys get back to the sun. Or what else would you be doing on a Friday night? I don't know. I'll be cooking dinner. I really like cooking food. It's so good. Maybe one week I'll cook another food. That didn't make sense. Maybe one day I'll cook another meal. There we go. I'll cook a meal. I haven't done a meal yet. I've made brownies. But it can get a little bit noisy, especially if like you fry things. But you know what? We'll figure it out. But that might be cool just because it's really nice. But yeah. Make your bracelets. Let us know how you get on with them. If you get stuck, send us a message on our Instagram page, Norwich YFC, and I will do my best to help you. They're really cool, really simple to make. It looks quite complex, but actually it's great fun. And then kind of expand from there. You might find you're a natural and just end up doing loads and loads of different designs and getting books on it and doing loads of different patterns. Yeah, let me know how you get on. I hope you have a great weekend. Yeah, have fun in the sun while it lasts, I guess. Because I mean, we live in England. It probably won't be here forever, sadly. I mean, who knows? Anyway, spread love, not germs. See you.